And welcome to the FSD Insider segment. And of course, I'm still Seth, Pohorence, and I'm here with women's basketball player Sloane Martin. We're going to be talking about how the year in review has been for the women's team. And Sloane, just to begin off with it was a good season for you girls. You guys went back to the Empire 8 tournament. You guys just missed it on the last weekend last year. We saw a lot of fresh faces from the freshman and sophomore class get some playing time and definitely have a good year. And we saw some seniors play for their last time. And Sloane, for a person who was on the team, how was the year like?
Well, we were definitely excited to have such great production from our underclassmen, and we really respected our upperclassmen as well. They gave us a lot of leadership, and we really looked up to them, which was good because we do have a lot of underclassmen players. But throughout this season, we were sometimes inconsistent. There were times where we played really well, and there were times where we just didn't really play up to our potential, which pretty much correlates to our record. But all in all, I had to say it was a good year for most of the team.
You guys finished 13-14. It was the first time in school history you guys didn't finish with a winning record. That's a tough thing to have, especially with the way you guys had that ECAC game against SUNY Oswego. You guys were up by 14 in the second half, but Oswego, they played very well in the second half and ended up pulling away with a victory. What was their keys to that game, and how is that going to relate to the Fisher team having to make some adjustments, especially for next season?
Well, the Oswego game was very interesting. They were a team that we hadn't really faced before. They were very strong and physical and very fast, which we're not used to seeing, especially in conference play. So as looking forward to next year, we would definitely want to look for people who maybe have more athleticism and definitely good rebounders. They were very physical on the boards.
And keeping up the rebounding theme, the Cardinals are going to be losing some key players who have had a lot of impact throughout at least most of their 4 years, particularly players such as Allison Bame and Ashley Dean. As you mentioned, rebounding. She's one of those kind of players you saw a lot down there in the paint area. And also Ashley Napoleon will be graduating this year. Looking for next year, what kind of roles need to be filled for the Cardinals next season?
Well, you're right, Seth. We are losing a lot of production from those two players. Allie Bame led the conference in scoring and rebounding numerous times, and Ashley Dean was just a great post presence to have on the team. And Ashley Napoleon also brought a lot of leadership and support, especially this season, which is probably a main thing we're going to be missing. We're going to have a lot of upperclassmen next year, juniors and seniors, and they're really going to have to step up their role and take more of a stronger leadership position on the team, which is what we really do need.
Well, from it looks like the past couple games, we saw a lot of sophomores and juniors really step up in the play, particularly some from different areas we hadn't seen all year. And hopefully, Sloane, for the women's basketball team, you guys have an even better record next year and an even better team, though, with the recruiting classes that usually come through the campus of St. John Fisher. It should come as no surprise. Sloane, once again, thanks for being a part of this segment of FSD. And we're going to take a timeout, and we'll be back with more Fisher Sports Desk.